How does a kid from Compton, surrounded by the ghosts of gang violence and the echoes of poverty, become the defining poetic voice of a generation? How does one man's story become the soundtrack for a global movement, earning him not just Grammys, but a Pulitzer Prize? This isn't just the story of a rapper. This is the story of how Kendrick Lamar didn't just master hip-hop, he reshaped it into a mirror for the soul of modern America. By the end of this video, you'll understand the layers, the struggle, and the genius that cemented his status as a true cultural icon. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth is more than a musician. He is a documentarian, a philosopher, a cultural critic, and one of the most vital artistic forces of the 21st century. To talk about Kendrick is to talk about the evolution of hip-hop itself. From street-level storytelling to a globally recognized art form capable of dissecting the most complex issues of our time. His influence radiates far beyond a streaming playlist. It pulses through social justice movements, academic discussions, and the very language we use to talk about race, identity, and the American dream. This is not a story about gold chains and fast cars. This is a story about how a quiet, observant kid from a city synonymous with struggle used his words to challenge, unite, and ultimately define an era. It's a narrative about a cultural movement with Kendrick Lamar at its epicenter. To understand the artist, you must first understand the city that forged him. Compton, California in the late 80s and 90s was a city of harsh contradictions, a place of vibrant community and family life set against a backdrop of systemic neglect, poverty, and the pervasive violence of gangs. This was Kendrick Lamar's playground and his classroom. He wasn't just a resident, he was a student of his environment, absorbing the sights, sounds, and anxieties that surrounded him. He saw his first major crime at age 5. He saw friends and family fall victim to the streets or the prison system, but he also saw resilience. A pivotal moment came when he was just 8 years old, perched on his father's shoulders, watching Dr. Dre and Tupac Shakur film the music video for California Love right in his neighborhood. It was more than just a celebrity sighting. It was a revelation. It showed him that there was a way to process the chaos, to tell the story of Compton to the world, and to make it out. This experience, combined with the raw political poetry of Tupac and the sonic perfectionism of Dr. Dre, planted a seed. His worldview was shaped by these dualities, the immediate danger on his block and the transcendent power of art. His lyrical style was born from this tension, an unflinching, reporter-like eye for detail, coupled with a deep, empathetic exploration of the human cost of it all. Before he was a global icon, he was K-Dot, a hungry young rapper cutting his teeth on the mixtape circuit. But a shift occurred when he decided to shed the moniker and embrace his birth name. This was a conscious decision to embrace authenticity, to tell his own story, not a manufactured persona. His 2011 debut album, Section 80, served as a powerful statement of intent. It was a concept album about the struggles of his generation, the Reagan babies grappling with addiction, violence, and a search for meaning. It was smart, cohesive, and it put the industry on notice. But it was his major label debut in 2012, Good Kid, m.A.A.d, that acted as a cultural detonation. This wasn't just an album, it was a short film in audio form, a sprawling cinematic narrative of a day in the life of a teenage Kendrick. It subverted gangster rap tropes by not glorifying the lifestyle, but by detailing the intense peer pressure and moral turmoil of navigating it. The authenticity was staggering. Listeners felt like they were in the passenger seat of that stolen van, feeling the fear, the temptation, and the desperation. Critics were stunned. It wasn't just good, it was a masterpiece that proved hip-hop could be a vehicle for novelistic storytelling. Kendrick Lamar had officially arrived, not as just another rapper, but as a generational storyteller. What truly separates Kendrick from his peers is his unparalleled artistry and relentless innovation. His style is a dense, lyrical tapestry woven with intricate rhyme schemes, shifting vocal inflections, and multi-layered narratives that demand repeat listens. He doesn't just rap, he performs, embodying different characters, tones, and perspectives within a single track. Consider the anthem All Right. On the surface, it's a song of hope and resilience, but beneath it lies a deep-seated anxiety and a commentary on police brutality, all set to a soaring, jazz-infused beat. It's a protest song you can dance to. Then there's DNA, a ferocious, aggressive track where Kendrick's flow mimics the chaotic, beautiful complexity of his own heritage. The beat switch, the rapid-fire delivery, it's a sonic representation of the fire and pride he carries within him. Or take Humble, a track that dominated the charts with its deceptively simple piano loop and booming bass. Lyrically, it's a complex critique of vanity, hypocrisy, and the performative nature of modern culture. He has consistently pushed the boundaries of the genre, most notably on his 2015 magnum opus To Pimp a Butterfly, which eschewed contemporary trap sounds for a rich palette of live funk, jazz, and soul. It was a bold, challenging, and profoundly unique album that cemented his reputation not just as a rapper, but as a visionary composer. Kendrick's work is a masterclass in how to be both commercially successful and artistically uncompromising. Kendrick Lamar's music doesn't just exist in a vacuum, it actively shapes culture and society. He emerged as the most prominent voice of a generation grappling with renewed, highly visible racial injustice. As the Black Lives Matter movement gained momentum, his song All Right transformed from a personal affirmation into the unofficial anthem of a modern civil rights movement. Its chorus, "We gon' be alright," was chanted at protests and marches across the country, a declaration of hope in the face of despair and police brutality. His power lies in his ability to articulate the collective pain, anger, and resilience of Black America with breathtaking precision. This cultural significance was formally recognized in 2018 when he won the Pulitzer Prize for Music for his album Damn. This was a monumental moment. It was the first time the award was given to a non-classical or jazz artist, a powerful validation of hip-hop as a legitimate and vital American art form. The Pulitzer board described the album as a virtuosic song collection unified by its vernacular authenticity and rhythmic dynamism. Beyond awards, his impact is seen in countless fan stories, in classrooms where his lyrics are studied as poetry, and in the way he has inspired a new generation of artists to be more conscious, vulnerable, and politically engaged in their work. With great influence comes great scrutiny. Being crowned the voice of a generation carries immense weight, and Kendrick has faced challenges and controversies. Early in his rise, his verse on Big Sean's Control shook the hip-hop world, calling out peers and declaring his ambition to be the greatest, a move seen as both arrogant and a needed spark to reignite competition. He's also faced criticism for the complexities and contradictions in his music, with some questioning his views on respectability, politics, and faith. But this is what makes his art compelling. Kendrick doesn't offer simple answers because the issues aren't simple. He shows the world in all its messy, complicated glory, refusing to be a sanitized spokesperson. His willingness to reveal his own confusion and flaws humanizes him. He's not preaching, he's navigating it alongside his listeners. This vulnerability is his greatest strength. Even at his peak, Kendrick evolves. After a 5-year break, he returned in 2022 with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, dismantling his own myth. Instead of speaking for a generation, he looked inward with raw honesty, creating a deeply personal work of public therapy. He tackled trauma, infidelity, and the messy process of healing, proving he won't rest on past success. His legacy is secure. He set a new standard for lyrical and conceptual ambition in hip-hop, showing an artist can be globally famous without losing political conviction or integrity. He changed hip-hop's future by providing a blueprint to be vulnerable, intellectual, and commercially viable at once. His legacy lives not just in his music, but in the artists he inspired to tell their own complex truths. Now we turn it over to you. What Kendrick Lamar song or lyric has impacted you most? Is there a track that changed how you see the world, or a line that felt written just for you? Share in the comments. We want to hear your story. For more deep dives into culture-defining artists, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's next. Hey, if you're serious about starting or scaling a YouTube channel without ever showing your face or being a traditional YouTuber, I've got something you need to check out. I'm talking about Tube Mastery and Monetization 3.0 by m.A.A.d. This course breaks down exactly how he runs over a dozen profitable YouTube channels and pulls in 7 figures from them, step by step. You get access to a private mastermind community, detailed video modules, proven strategies for niche research, content creation, optimization, monetization, and even scaling by outsourcing. Plus, there are amazing bonuses included like fill-in-the-blank video scripts, niche lists with 239 plus example channels, case studies, and more. Everything to fast-track your YouTube success. Right now, the price is still at an early bird rate, but heads up, it's going up soon. If you want to start a real location-independent YouTube business that actually works, don't wait. I've dropped the link in the description below. Click it to get instant access and start building your profitable YouTube empire today.